Gemini, so I'm going to be doing your astrology for April, and this is just to give you an indication of the energy. You can welcome to subscribe, like, and share my videos, as well as you can contact me for any readings that you'd like to have. Now, April for you, we're going to have on the 4th of April, Venus moving into Gemini, and there's going to be Venus retrograde in May, but that's for astrology in May. I'm just going to stick to what's happening now in April. So Venus already is going to be moving into Gemini. Venus is going to want you to really look at how basically you have been taking care of yourself. What is it that you have been doing for yourself? Venus is about basically our love, being the planet of love, and also our finances, how we take care of ourselves, how can we spoil ourselves, what can we do to nurture and basically be there for ourselves as well as for others, and how we interact within our relationships. What is our relationship to everything, our money, and as well as our relationships with others. So given that you know that Venus retrograde will be happening in May in your zodiac, it will be a time in which you'll have to take a step back and relook at things. Now in April, we already had this transit happening where Venus moves into Gemini. It's a good time for you to spend some time with yourself, really, going within. I mean, I feel this year, especially for Gemini, is a very, very crucial year. Because this year, we're going to start the South Node basically being in Sagittarius and the North Node being in Gemini. So we're going to see our eclipse cycles coming through this year as well. And the North Node being in Gemini is all about your destiny, Gemini, all about that light shining on you. What is it that you really want to bring about and have within your life? Now, in order to do those things, there has to be a process of cleansing. And lots of Geminis are going to feel that this is actually something that they want to welcome, like this Gemini North Node. Like all of a sudden they feel propelled with a new sense of self, like something is coming, something is going to be shifting, something is going to be happening within themselves. They're going to feel like a purpose is calling you. That is what you would be naturally feeling as a Gemini, like something within you is happening. And given the past couple of years, there's been a lot of up and down energy. So this is actually something to propel you and push you forward to all that you can be. But before you can be those things, there's a lot of self-work. There's a lot of things that you have to actually see where you have been neglecting. And that's the thing about Venus. Venus is the planet of love. So what have you been neglecting? Where have you been neglecting yourself? And also in relationships. Have you been neglecting others? Or have you basically been feeling like you are being neglected? So you're going to have that opportunity to reevaluate your stance in your relationships. And both of those things are very interlinked. I mean, that is why Venus actually rules both our finances and our love. Because they are very, very much interlinked in the sense that if you have a purpose and there's anything you want to basically bring about in your life, you got to have the love and dedication to actually follow through on your dreams. You got to be loyal to yourself. You got to be committed. You got to act upon. You got to follow through. And the same thing happens within relationships. If you want to be in a relationship, you got to see, where do you and this person fit? What are the boundaries? What do you say no to? What do you say yes to? What's okay for you? What's not okay for you? Because that's a relationship. It's all about a give and take and working through those things. So that is why the two are very interlinked. Venus is also a lot to do with our heart chakra. Our heart chakra is where we give and receive love. So basically, it's where we also are able to give energy and where we are able to receive energy. It's where we can give also financially and where we can receive financially. So it is where we are very much open, and those two things are very much interlinked. So you're going to be working on this kind of thing throughout this year. And throughout the year, it actually intensifies with how much you are actually working on yourself and the relationships around you. What do you need to see? Where do you need to be more honest with yourself? So around the 4th of April, Venus is going to be moving there, and it's going to give you this opportunity to reevaluate your self-worth, how much you value yourself, how much you're valued within your relationships, and what you really want within your life. Then we're also going to be having a super full moon, and that will be happening in your 5th house. Now, the 5th house is about romance, and also where we come up with our creative ideas for self-employment or new career ideas. It's our motivation as well. So it's, look at it. I want you to really look honestly at how love and two of these things are very interlinked. It's almost like you gotta balance the both of those things in order to reach where you need to be. You can't be in a relationship that's depleting you and want to be successful. Those things just don't come together. So on the 8th, we have the full moon, love, romance, in your 5th house of basically your self-employment, coming up with ideas, creative ideas, new ideas, things you want to have in your life. What do you want to accomplish for you? Love as well, and romance, looking at your love relationships. What new standards do you have for yourself? What do you want in love? Where do you, the 5th house is where we feel like a child. So that new feeling when you feel like, oh wow, I just feel, so embraced and having fun. That's what it's about in that 5th house energy. And that's what the full moon is actually wanting you to look at. Now remember, full moons are opportunities for us to release. It is a super moon, so it will be closest to the earth. So you're going to be asked to release during that time. In that house, where are you feeling too responsible? Where are you feeling too pulled down? Where are you feeling too in this relationship like it's everyday routine? There's no, actual feeling of passion. That's the 5th house energy. Passionate, creativity, a wonder, a sense of joy and innocence, a childlike love where you just feel that's what you're looking for, that 5th house. And it's actually seeing in your energetic field, where have you actually been pulling yourself back? What do you need to release in order to have those things? Because full moons are times to release. It's a time of basically letting go of things that we can see are literally holding us back. Now look at it. Just go back. As I just mentioned, April, Venus moves there on the 4th into your 1st house. So you have to look at your love for self and love for others, how you've been investing your time within yourself, and in what you want to accomplish in your life. And then you have this full moon happening on the 8th. Now remember, full moons are going to affect 5 days before and 5 days after. So it's a time, and it's being a super moon, so you can expect you would be feeling a lot of things. Now we all know that Gemini has a duality. They always feel conflicted, an internal conflict of, I want this, but this is what everybody else wants. This is where I need to be. This is what I need to do. It's, like a conflict within yourself about you and others, a space for you and others. It keeps going in that energy. So now you really have to be less kind of like in this push and pull with yourself and more focused on hitting your mark. And that's what this energy is allowing for you to have. Then on the 20th, we have the sun moving into your 12th house. So that's when Taurus season will start. It'll be in your 12th house. And then the 23rd, which is when we'll have the new moon. So remember, 5 days before, 5 days after, and that will be in your 12th house. Now the new moon for you is going to make you feel very internal, as well, very introspective. It's a very spiritual time. It's where we can feel very drained, especially when we're sitting around people that just bring us down, nag, or over, and that's the thing. Gemini is a zodiac of a lot of information. You're about communication. So sometimes you can be in communication with a lot of people that are actually not really something you're supposed to be doing, because like that, that whole conversation was so pointless and draining and just went back and forth. But you'll have this ability, because of the zodiac of communication, trying to understand the duality of the situation and where this person is coming from, even if it's not something you really can, you're not really meant to understand, just, this is who they are. You'll want to have this understanding because it's knowledge, and that's what you're ruled by. Now, during this 12th house energy that's going to be happening around the new moon with the 23rd, 24th, around then, you're going to be feeling as if you need to see certain things. 12th house is all about illusions, being honest with yourself, being honest with others, having the truth be revealed, feeling tired and drained around others because you can really see, you just come to this clarity like, this ain't really working out for me. Spending time with you, listening to you, it's not really working out for me. So that 12th house energy will be there, bringing in that information. And it's so important if you look at April. If I were to think, as the energy moves into May, and you're going to be having that Venus retrograde, and as well as going closer to that eclipse cycle between Sagittarius and Gemini, we will have full moons and solar eclipses in Gemini and Sagittarius for next like a year or two. That's how it will be. It's a time of actually like really buckling down and seeing what it is that you need to release in your life to reach the potential that you have within yourself. Now, you're very, very, very talented individuals. So this North Node energy is pushing for all those talents to actually become something you can see within your life and bring to fruition. Thank you for watching.